who you with, Kurt, though. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Welcome to Speak on it with who you with, Kurt, though. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Who you with, Kurt? I'm out. Welcome to Speak on it with who you with, Kurt, though. Welcome to Speak on it with who you with, Kurt, though. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Welcome to Speak on it with who you with, Kurt, though. Welcome to Speak on it with who you with, Kurt, though. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome to Speak on it with who you with, Kurt, though. Welcome to Speak on it with who you with, Kurt, though. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome to Speak on it with who you with, Kurt, though. Welcome to Speak on it with who you with, Kurt, though. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome to Speak on it. Welcome to Speak on it. I'm welcome to Speak on it. Welcome to Speak on it. I'm welcome to Speak on it. Welcome to Speak on it. I'm welcome to Speak. Welcome to Speak. I'm 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 who you with, Kurt, dog.
Welcome to Speak on it with who you with, Kurt, dog. I'm him. Who you with, Kurt, dog. Happy Tuesday to everyone. Hopefully y'all having a great day today. Man, it's been a full day today. I want to welcome everyone on D Live, Twitch, Periscope, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. Want to welcome y'all all to the show. Yep, man, it's the 15th. Man, 10 days before Christmas. Hopefully y'all are ready. It's coming up soon. No time to wait. So tonight we're gonna have a couple of discussion about some stories I've seen in the news, which is outrageous. This first story, Anjanette Young out of Chicago, which is very disturbing. This actually happened a couple of years ago, but it's just now coming back in the spotlight because Chicago had filed suit to try to keep this video out of the media. So we're going to discuss that a little bit. And what's going on, Marcellus? Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Hopefully you had a great day today. Then also we're going to talk about Cal Madur out of Minnesota. He's a police officer that apparently they was arresting a carjacking victim, and then all of a sudden he just pointed at a guy that was in the crowd that was just watching like everybody else, and then he grabbed him. Not only that, he ended up putting his knee in his neck and dislocated his shoulder once he threw him down to the ground. So we're going to talk about that too. And I think finally Mitch McConnell have came to his senses a little bit. Welcome to the show, Carolyn. Tell the kids, say hello. Hopefully y'all are safe. Welcome to the show. So Mitch McConnell have came to his senses a little bit. So that's man, yeah, that's kind of crazy. After all of this, they finally came to their senses. And then, even though he came to his senses, that fool still haven't came to his. He said he's gonna fight at least until January the 6th. So once again, waste the tax money, the tax people money. So I'm like, hey, and he only paid $750 in the last decade. Y'all do the math. So let's get it started. So Anjanette Young, Someone sent me this video this morning, and unfortunately, it's bad business for Chicago. She's a social worker for the city of Chicago, for the state of Illinois. I'm sorry, a social worker, and just made it home. Came in, changing clothes. Then all of a sudden, the police come in, bust her door down. Said they was looking for a suspect. She's like, I don't know who it is. I don't know that person. Now, the whole time, she's standing there butt naked with 12 police officers, male police officer in her home. They put her in handcuffs, and they keep asking her questions about where's the gun, where's this person at. And the problem is, it later came out that the search warrant was not approved by a judge. So this cop that um, that actually said the warrant was good lied. So they burst in this woman's house. She's in there changing clothes, butt naked, with 12 male police officers in there. They take a small jacket, throw it over her shoulder. Her whole inside is just, the front of her body is just visible to everyone. And um, then finally, while they asking her questions, they turn around and somebody put a sheet or a blanket on her or something. It kept falling down. And she's like, I don't know who you talking about. That person don't live here. I've lived here for 4 years. I don't know that person. I'm a social worker. I don't do crimes. And they didn't care. And this incident happened for over 20 minutes. And as it happened, it just embarrassing, because we all know if this woman would have been little Becky, it wouldn't have went down like that. She probably never would have been in handcuffs. She definitely would have been able to go and change, put some clothes on. Then on top of that, they finally had a female officer to show up. Well, let me go back. One of the officers finally got a blanket and wrapped it around her, and it kept falling. And she kept saying, I have no way of holding it. So it kept falling down. And finally, one officer went up and held the blanket. A female officer finally shows up, allow her to go into the into her bedroom to put on clothes. Well, as she did that, as she put these clothes on, she come back out. They put her in handcuffs again. Put her in handcuffs again, and they telling her to calm down. What do you mean calm down? You want me to calm down? Y'all have broke into my home and asking for somebody who don't live here, and I don't even know who the person is. But you want me to calm down? And here it is. I'm here in front of 12 guys naked. And you want me to calm down? Calm down for what? Because the thing is, y'all made a mistake. And she kept saying throughout the whole thing, you have the wrong house. And in the news article, I think they said she said it over 40 times. that they had a wrong house. So finally, two officers went out to the car and they're talking about the warrant, looking over the paperwork. And the guy said this warrant wasn't approved. And one asked, "What do you mean?" "It's not approved. It wasn't signed off on." Okay. Then the officer that actually said it was approved went in there. Uh, he was pulled outside and they cut the body cam off. For we couldn't hear what was being said. So basically, this officer lied. He lied. In the city of Chicago, Mayor Lightfoot, I'm surprised of y'all. I'm surprised of you. Because if this would have happened to little Becky, it wouldn't have went that far. But it happened to a sister, and what you decided to do was to fight to keep this video out of the media. For people wouldn't see it. For people wouldn't know the mistake and the lies that was told to handle a case like this. So Mayor Lightfoot, this is dirt on your hands too. For the simple fact, you should have gave a statement. This been 2 years ago. And most of us are just not hearing about it. But because of the lawsuit she won, the video was included with it. Because she needed to expose y'all. I hope she got paid real good. Be honest with you. Because that's embarrassing. Here it is. You're in your home, just made it home. She's a social worker. And she probably was stressed after working all day and coming in to wind down, change clothes, to get ready for dinner or a nice glass of wine or whatever. Then all of a sudden you hear banging at the door. You come out your bedroom and you see all these folks coming in your home dressed in black. Some wearing a mask. So the thing is, here you go. You allowed it to happen. Somebody need to be held responsible for it. That officer that lied, he need to be brought up on charges. Lying on a government document. It don't make sense. But you want to fight and try to keep this out of the media for the media wouldn't be able to get their hands on the video and expose the lie that y'all have done, and also the lies that been told behind it. That's a problem. I hope she got paid real good. Cause most social worker don't get paid enough. Depends on what she do. So I hope she made enough to retire if she want to. But Mayor Lightfoot, that's not the thing to do. Yeah, you got to protect the city, but come on now. If that happened to a little white girl, would you have done the same thing? I'm just asking. Because the thing is, I don't think you would have. I don't think it would have went down the way it did. Woman was held there in cuffs. This whole thing happened over 20 minutes. And she's in handcuffs the whole time. Except for when she went to go when the female officer showed up for she could go put clothes on. So yeah, this is on your watch. I've always supported you, but on this, no, no, you don't do that, sister. So, and if the video is very disturbing, but and here's the bad part about it. We've seen this type of incident happen before with Breonna Taylor, because if that cop would have done his homework, the suspect was in the apartment next to him, next to her. Then on top of that, the guy was had a monitor on. Only thing you had to do was look in the system and track him and see exactly where he was. But you listen to an informant. And if I'm not mistaken, they listen to an informant that is either on drugs or was on drugs at one point. But either way, you listen to somebody on the street giving you the wrong apartment. And the whole time, the guy could have been listening to y'all as y'all was breaking her door down. He was right next door. But he had a tracking device on. You wasn't smart enough to pull up the tracking information and find out exactly where he was. So it's really stuff like this is just crazy. We shouldn't even have to discuss anything like this. But once again, they want us to trust the police. And people say it's not a difference between Black lives interaction with the police department, and also with white lives interaction with the police department. It's a bit different. It's a bit different. If you don't see it, you probably part of the problem. So, um, so that's very disturbing. I hope hopefully she never have to struggle again, um, and hopefully she got paid enough. And these are lawsuits that we're having to pay out because some cops that don't want to do their job, which is bad within itself. So yeah, that's I hope she got paid pretty good. That's all I can say. I hope she got paid good. And not sure what's going on with my system. I don't know. This internet been tripping lately. I have all my bars, but my stream have froze up. So, but I'm gonna stay on here as long as it allow me to be on here. Um, so then after that, Cal Madeira. Here we go again. Whatever the situation may have been, um, they decided to arrest this brother that was um somebody had carjacked the car. They arrested the suspect, um and this one brother, they was chasing the car, and when they was able to get him stopped, they arrest him, and this other guy was just on the sidewalk, just uh watching like everybody else, trying to see what's going on. All of a sudden, old Cal say, take him. Um, and they go after him, throw him down to the ground, and end up yeah, something going on. Uh, Threw him down to the ground and end up dislocating his shoulder. And of course, whatever reason, they done this. And not only that, just so happened it was the same place where George Floyd was murdered at. And people don't think it's a problem. Yeah, it's a problem. It's definitely a problem. Why? Because people don't realize Black lives do matter. Our lives matter just like everybody else's lives. But some people don't want to recognize that part of it. So um hopefully um this guy get what he deserved too at some point, and hopefully this Cal Maduro is held accountable for his action. At some point, we have to hold the cops accountable for doing these type of things, because our tax dollars are going to waste. Our tax dollars could be used to pay teachers more money, or whatever the situation may be. Instead, we having to um, pay out lawsuits. And now I'm gonna go back to Miss Young also. Now the thing is, the Chicago Police uh, Oversight Board is the ones that agreed that video do need to come out. So it's good to have a police oversight board in your city, because it do work. People say, "Oh, that's a waste of money." Now, if it's a waste of money, you probably part of the problem, but it do work. That's what it's designed to do, because they don't work for the police department. They're a citizen of that city, just like me. But then they hold the police department accountable for what they're doing. So yeah, it definitely um need to be one. And Cal, go back to Cal. Cal need to be held accountable, because I want to know what was the reason why he just picked this guy out the crowd. The articles I read, I didn't see no reason why. Just said get him. He wasn't in the car. And from what I read, he had nothing to do with the carjacking. Um, so I have no idea what was the reason why he actually done that. So I'm I'm trying to work on my stream also, because for some reason it's still not uh it's still not coming up like it's supposed to. So I want to make sure we're still on live. If y'all can hear me, let me know. But it appears that it's still live. So oh, I thought I had my phone cut down. And so if you are chatting in the chat room, it's not coming in for some odd reason. So we're gonna try to get through it and just roll with it and go from there. And then let's go on over to Mitch McConnell. Yeah, old Mitch. He finally came to his senses. He said that told his party, do not challenge the election. Don't challenge it. It's a done deal. Which he should have said that a long time ago. Okay, Carolyn, thank you. I don't know why, but my computer had been tripping. Matter of fact, I want to say it's the system, because it won't even allow me to display your message up on the stream. We had issues last night, and I'm gonna have to reach out and touch them because um, I don't like to go and can't get it done like it's supposed to. So but yeah, Mitch McConnell finally told the party not to what's going on, G man? I can see your chat. It's not allowing me to put him up on the stream tonight, but I can definitely see your chat. Um so definitely chat with us. Um we hit on a couple of stories, hitting a third one now. The first one was Anjanette Young out of Chicago. This happened a couple of years ago where the sister home was mistakenly identified by the police because he didn't verify the warrant. And once they bust in, she just made it home changing clothes, and they held her there for over 20 minutes naked in handcuffs. And she's saying the whole time, you have the wrong home. I don't know that person. There's no guns here. I don't do anything illegal. Um, then on top of that, they end up finally let a female officer come out, and the female officer tuck in the room, allowed her to put some clothes on, and then bring her back, and they put her back in handcuffs. So that's what they think about us. So um, then Cal Madur out of Minnesota police officer after chasing a carjacking victim. They get the car pulled over, make the arrest. While making the arrest, he instructed other officers to get an innocent bystander, and he get up, slam him down on the ground, and dislocate this guy's shoulder. Unfortunately, it was the same corner that George Floyd was killed on. And these videos can be found. It's different news articles that's carrying these stories, and the videos can be found within those news articles. Um, then we're talking about Mitch McConnell, who finally said, uh, told the GOP, do not fight the election results, which it should have been told long time ago, and I don't know why it wasn't. So that's a problem within itself. I kind of want to try something, but I'm kind of scared if I do it, it's probably gonna kick me off the air altogether. So, but that's what's going on tonight, and why Mitch McConnell is talking about don't fight it. Of course, we know the clown is still talking about he's gonna fight until January the 6th, I believe, when they confirm the electoral college votes. So his definitely a trip. Yeah, I agree with you. Mitch is a coward. He should have said something a long time ago. Welcome to the show, Darren Patterson. Just checking in, Rachel's on a break. Hey, I'm glad you coming in. You watching two stories at one time, so that's a good thing. Yeah, but for some reason the system is not working good tonight. The chat is not allowing me to put it up, and I need to find out why, because this is happening way too much. So so yeah, it's definitely Mitch is a coward. He don't have a backbone because the whole time, at some point, you know what's right. The whole time Trump is spending money trying to fight this case, it should have been somebody should have told him, look, it's no use to fighting it. It's a done deal. It's over with. But they don't want to clean him out. And Mitch is in a position where Trump cannot fire him. He was elected into the House, so he should have stepped up a long time ago and told Trump, no, we're not going to do this. Um, G Money said the GOP needs Facebook, Fox, Newsmax, etc. Dems gotta attack them. Well, uh, yeah. As for Fox, we already know they're bipartisan. They're for the Republicans. Yeah, you're right, Darren. That same thing G Money said. Mitch is a coward. Yes, he's a coward because at some point you need to stand up for what's right. And if you don't stand up for what's right, you wrong just like the other person. So it's definitely I just don't believe in doing wrong things. I'm all about right. If you do right, you don't have to remember what you did because it was right in the first place. And that's just like telling the truth. You have to be honest with people. So uh, Mitch definitely should have stepped up. And um I can see what you're saying about Facebook, Fox, Newsmax, etc. Um, Attacking them probably won't um because at this point it's too late to really say much about them. Um, because they're gonna say what they want to say, just like Trump. He'll say what he want to say. Doesn't mean it's right. Now, let the truth be told. I believe Fox is a um, one of those stations, kind of like how we talked about Alex Jones last night in that speech he said about um, President-elect Biden that he's going to be put out of office one way or another, and that's a problem within itself. And Fox is the same way, but they do it in a undertone, in a profession, sometime in a professional manner. They're not gonna just come out and just flat out um, call for threats, but they will lie. They will lie a lot. So that's uh, that's their motto. Darren Patterson said over 300,000 dead. Yes, yeah. Trump need to be held accountable. That happened on his watch. He need to be held accountable. Um, and Mitch was block all effort to save lives in the economy. Yeah, because I was looking at the news this evening, and they said they actually said that it was they working on a emergency coronavirus package, but according to the news here, what they reported was basically um, uh, it's not going to be a stimulus package, but it will give the ones that is getting unemployment extra money or something, and it's going to target small business, which it should have target small business last time for the simple fact a lot of people end up some of the so-called small business private airline companies that was getting large money that do private jets, Trump homeboy. So, and that's a problem within itself. uh uh Ibermerk Turk, welcome to the show, listening on D Live. Your ass just got kicked off. Uh, One thing about it, we ain't gonna deal with that bullshit tonight. So, um, da, da, da. Okay, he's gone. Um, so I'm gonna say no to racism. They're gonna say we all niggas. Yeah, yeah, huh. He's gone. He's up out of there. So we don't have to worry about him. That's one thing I won't tolerate is disrespect. When you start disrespecting, you gotta go. Um, so Republican want a shield law to protect the corporate from lawsuits. Well, because it been thrown around that a lot of companies are uh, if you don't take the vaccination, they can fire you. And it's 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 jacked up for the simple fact that we don't know enough about the vaccination. And matter of fact, uh, yeah, the Albert Bourlaug, the owner of the one that created Pfizer, he said he don't want to jump line to take the vaccination. But you're making a vaccine that can that you willing to give to millions and millions of people, but you don't want to take it. Now, I'm just saying, I don't know. Saying he don't want to skip in line to take it, but you are the one that developed this vaccine, and because you've developed this vaccine, you should trust this vaccine, but you don't want to take it. Mm, that'll make you think a little bit. Um, um, TLK anchors on D Live. Welcome to the show. We got love for you too. Uh, just don't be trying to come in being disrespectful, because we already had one block for the night. But everybody is welcome on the show. So unfortunately, I'm unable to put your chats up on the stream tonight, but everybody is welcome. Everybody have a voice. Just be respectful. Um, yeah. Uh, this has nothing to do with vaccine. Exactly. It's just I when I seen the story, uh, I'm like, look, this is your ass gone too. Um, so I guess you just love going to uh that's two for the night. Welcome to the show, T Cal. Unfortunately, my chat is not working where I can put y'all up on the stream tonight. So but we got some racist folks on D Live, and that's cool. Like and share and tell your friend. I just keep on blocking you. That's what I do. Keep on blocking you. Um, because for you to go and make up an account to come on somebody's show, you have a lot of time on your hand to waste your time to come on here and be a racist. That's how crazy you are. Um, so definitely, I think all about working condition during pandemic. Yeah, because a lot of people still have to work, and a lot of the companies, especially during this season, during the holiday season, um, workers working at grocery stores, um, department stores, um, they're at a high risk. Um, for the simple fact, you got all type of walk of life coming in there, and some people just refuse to wear a mask, or they don't wear the mask properly. Kind of like last night, I was showing at on one of those news covers for Pfizer, where they was coming in and um coming in and out of all these people in this warehouse, it was one person taking pictures that did not have his mask on properly, had his nose exposed, and that's a problem. Um, the mask is not going to work if you don't wear it properly. And because you in the place where the vaccine is being shipped from or being packaged at, you definitely should have uh, uh, you should definitely have it um, where you wear it properly. Somebody in that building should have told them, "Hey, well, goddamn, we got another one." Boy, these are some dumb bastards tonight. He's gone. Uh, I wish I did. Darren Patterson has have a way to pimp slap those stuff as POS. I wish I did. If you identify yourself as a nigga, that's your business. Well, I'm not one, and no one on my show is one. See, that's the problem with your racist ass um, because you so dumb, and wherever you from, because apparently you from a different country, and you going by with um what you seen on TV, but don't realize at the end of the day we all human beings. Um, T Cal asked what they doing. They coming on D Live, and I've blocked 3 so far. I keep talking about we all niggas. Um, so I'm like, I don't have time for it. I need to see if I can get a way to filter the wording on D Live for they won't come up because it's a disrespect. We've had 3 so far, and which is crazy to even come on a show to do anything like that. If you don't agree with what I'm saying, just keep rolling. Keep rolling. Um, you're right. Darren said, tired of arguing with stupid every time I leave the house. It's I'm like this. My wife and I guess it was last month went by uh okay his white last month my wife and I we went to a bread shop. I think I was doing my world famous hot dogs, and I went and got some buns because we was right there by it. I'm like, hey, it's quick to run in here to grab some instead of going to the grocery store. So it was some guy in there in line in front of us, and he was on the phone. Every time he talked, he raised his mask up, then put it back down. And I'm like, sir, could you please keep your mask up? Because he's talking on the phone, and way he was talking, he probably was spitting a little bit too. So I'm like, could you please raise your mask up? So this fool, trying to be smart, raised his mask up above his nose, but have his mouth um, uncovered. So the little old woman, she probably weighed about 98 pounds soaking wet, older lady. Uh, she said, that's real smart. If you don't want to wear a mask, you should have kept your ass at home or whatever she said. So it was like, hey, um, I just looked at him. I said, boy, that's a shame. You should have just stayed at home. And unfortunately, some of these places, you don't want to put the workers in jeopardy trying to enforce it because a lot of these workers are not making a lot of money. And a lot of them need this job just to try to survive. I feel like minimum wage should be at least $15 an hour. Um, yeah, I feel like they are too. I keep trying to click on your message, but it won't show it. Um, yeah, they are showing their ignorance by not putting the mask up. It's crazy how they do that, and they don't care. So I really feel like at this point, um, people just don't realize. I think reason why people still think it's fake is all because of Trump. Because Trump lied for so long, and so many people um, have have actually believed what he said over these last um, 9 or 10 months. Um, yeah, I'm talking about here in Texas because minimum wage here is only like $7 and something, and the cost of living $7. It's going to be hard to survive on $7. Um, and some of these companies pay cheap like that. So I feel like I've always been taught that they should pay at least 15 for minimum wage, because if you do the math, $7 is what, $280 a week if you're getting 40 hours. So if you making 750, 775, you probably making 300 a week before taxes. Um, it's not even just about the education, because there's some people that have degrees that are not working in the field that they went to school for. So, and then um, let me explain what I'm saying. Darren said a lot about the U.S. education system. Well, some of that is the issue, but I also feel like for instance, social workers, a lot of them don't get paid enough for what they do. Yeah, you working for the state, that's good. Um, then teachers don't get paid enough. Teachers are another one. They do not get paid enough for what they do. Um, yeah, some people have to work 2 or 3 jobs to survive. Now, if you only making $7 and something an hour, and say if you have kids and you're a single parent, or you working making $7 and something an hour, most apartments, decent apartments, probably going to cost you about 6 to 1,200 for a 1 bedroom. So it's going to be hard to survive. Don't have no car, you got to pay for insurance, maintenance, gas. Got to buy food, and that's just not enough money. 15, I think, is a good starting point. Uh, that's my opinion. But people should get paid what they worth, because everything around us go up except the minimum wage. Uh, exactly. They do need to spend less on prison and more on education. But prison is a big business, because the prisons are most prisons are privately owned, and they make big money off of those. And they treat prisoners um terrible. I've never been to jail, but I've talked with people that have been, and they like, look, you don't want to go there. Uh, damn, this is pissing me off. I keep clicking on the message, trying to say show your messages, and I'm unable to do it. So I don't know what's going on. I was gonna try to send him a message while I was on the live, and I can't even do that. It won't come up. Um, yeah, it's a commodity. That's why when you hear about um, random folks going to jail, falsely accused, they making money off of them. And that's another thing. Instead of these states having to pay that money, these officers that lied, or whoever was the reason why they went, they need to pay it. And I wonder if any of these states, well, I guess it wouldn't be up to the prisoner, because the prisoner only providing a living space for them um, while they're in prison. Because I was thinking, Maybe they need to try to get some of that money back from those prisoners. I don't know. Um, but I guess that would be kind of hard to do because they wasn't on the front end. But somebody always had a hand in the cookie jar. Uh, People getting paid to send folks that way, allegedly. I need to say allegedly, but yeah, they need to do some different things. 20-year series for driving without a license. Third offense. Who did 20-year series sentence? Because for no license, was it a DWI or a DUI? Or what was it? Did they kill somebody in Kentucky? Um, Man, 20-year sentence for driving with no license. Third offense. That's a ticket. Because what happened, I want to say if you get caught so many times here in Texas, if you get caught so many times in Texas without a license, um, you end up having to do I guess they still do it. I never had to get one. Get like a SR-22 or something, um, and end up suspending them if I don't know. I never had that issue. I've always had my license, and now I used to get stopped a lot. And once I started driving trucks, um, um, oh, that happened in Kentucky, where over 200 incarceration under review. Yeah, that I'm gonna have to pull that up because um pull that up because that's a story that needs to be told, because if that's the case, um it shouldn't happen. That's one of those things. Hey, you send it my way, I cut you a check, allegedly. Should I say allegedly before? Yeah, but either way, it shouldn't happen. Uh that's that's crazy. They have 200 prison cases up under review from people doing shady stuff. If you are on live, if I haven't mentioned you, you're not in the chat room. I'm having some technical issues, so I will um try to get that solved a little bit later. I don't know what the deal is on that. It was working fine earlier because I tested out. Then as soon as I go online, they want to start tripping. That's just technology. That's how I do sometimes. So, but definitely, oh, MSNBC had it. So I'm gonna have to, and that was in Kentucky, right? Um, so I'm gonna actually pull that up and do some research on it for we can um be able to do a story. Yeah. Okay. Uh, did they say why it was under review? Uh, was it the corrupt? Uh, uh, okay, yeah, I see it. Nearly 200 Kentucky kids under five. Oh, that's something else. Hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pull it up and see. Um, oh, they talking about the virus. I definitely pull it up and do a research on it, because if that's the case, I know here in Texas we had uh, a former DA, Craig Watson. A lot of people hated that man. Um, Bad enough he was a brother, but they hated him because he had several cases thrown out because the people was innocent. And that was national news all over America, where he was coming in and he was looking at these cases, and a lot of them, the people did not do the crime, and when they didn't do it, they had to release them, and some probably spent 15, 20, 30 years in prison, and they cut them a little check. But I'm like, look, at that point y'all need to cut them a check, $1 million for every year they spent in there. That's my opinion. Because 20 years driving without a license is not right. No, that's not. Governor order review. Do you know the person name that's actually under that got the 20-year sentence for not having his license? Um, because I was trying to pull it up, and I see where the Kentucky AG filed an emergency application for Secretary of the State um, to decide fight over religion in school. Fight over religion in school. Hell, how about charging those cops to kill Breonna Taylor? You fighting for that, but you didn't fight for justice for Breonna. And I understand religion is a great thing, but let's fight for justice for Breonna. Remember, Cameron, you lied about that. You didn't give the grand jury a opportunity to even charge those officers. So how about you fight for that the same way you fighting for religion in school? And see, that wasn't even part of the show tonight. Uh, Kentucky Attorney General Daniel Cameron has filed the emergency application with the U.S. Supreme Court, calling on the justice to decide whether a recent executive order in the state applied to private religion schools. But you wouldn't fight for Breonna Taylor. Before you try to take on another fight, how about charging those officers? Let's charge them first. We know just because you look like me, you don't stand for what's right because you're trying to make a name for yourself. And see, that's about to take me on a whole new journey. But uh, yeah, AG Cameron, yeah. How about charging those officers? Get justice for Breonna Taylor. Let's do that. Even the mother said when a whole nother state, you wouldn't even stand up and do it after y'all murdered that young lady. Was it Virginia or West Virginia? End up signing the law that they could not do any no knock warrants, and you wouldn't do it. You wouldn't even charge the officers. Wow. Uh, I know if you're not on YouTube, you cannot read what Darren is putting. He said the state passed the bill that will make it a felony when you receive your third misdemeanor for the same offense. So this person got 20 years in prison for driving without a license. And that's crazy. Uh, was it a male or a female? Um, I'm trying to pull it up on my other computer. Uh, okay, said not sure. Uh, like I tell y'all all the time, we are live. So when we are live, something come up. We try to uh, verify it, which is uh, uh, oh wow. Uh, I see where they say the fifth DUI carries 20-year sentence, but I don't see where it's talking about uh 20-year sentence for let me do something else. Uh let me put this in. Um where it's talking about without license. I need a secretary. Somebody who can pull it up. Uh I see a person was sentenced to 20 years after his fifth uh DWI. Okay, I'll check it out and see. But I definitely hopefully that's not accurate, but it wouldn't surprise me because during the protests, I want to say it was Kentucky. We did a show on it. I want to say it was Kentucky or either Kentucky or Tennessee, one of them. Uh, the governor signed the um, I want to say it was Kentucky, signed a bill that said if you protest on government property, uh, you will be arrested, and you would also have a felony, which won't allow you to vote anymore. So I wouldn't be surprised at all if that's what they done. Nothing surprised me with anything they do. Okay, I definitely research it. Research it tonight, and then hopefully I can find it, and we'll talk about it tomorrow. Um, uh, so I'm just trying to figure this out because this is crazy. The same state that refused to charge the killer of Breonna Taylor. But if they putting people in jail for driving with no license, giving them 20 years, that's crazy. That's definitely crazy. Um, but other than that, um, I need to figure out what's going on with the system because all my stories are just froze. Nothing is moving on this particular computer, and for some reason it just all stopped. So, um, but other than that, I appreciate everyone for tuning in, Carolyn, Darren, um, Marcel, uh, every even the uh, even the ones that decided to uh, come on the show and say different things, try to be funny and disrespectful. That's why you block. Um, thank you for tuning in to the same police department that destroyed evidence of rape. Which rape are you talking about? Um, Not familiar with that. Um, I'm in kind of in a compromised position where I cannot pull those things up tonight, and I have no reason why. Um, I'm just shocked. My computer, it was working fine until I hit that live, and I'm like, "What's going on?" Um, but tomorrow night, I will do research on these stories, and if I can find it and do research on them, if it's true, we will discuss it tomorrow night, along with other events that's going on. But also, don't forget about Thursday night. Uh, it will be our last show for the season, and uh, we will. Miss Risky will be here Thursday night, and she will be talking about what she did last week. So we will be talking about that. And hopefully y'all join us Thursday night. But we will be back tomorrow. Um, and also, the holidays are coming up. We 10 days away from Christmas. Uh, Let us know what y'all gonna do for Christmas. What are your plans? I know for me, um, and my wife, we normally take a trip, but I don't think we're gonna do that this year. It depends if my in-law say she want us to come, but I don't know. Uh, she probably like, look, like Thanksgiving, y'all ain't coming here, so most likely we'll be at home this year. Um, Darren said, I'm going to stay home. Most likely we'll be at home too. We won't be going to visit people. Um, we wear a mask all the time. And that's the biggest thing about it. Matter of fact, I seen where some country, was it UK? I think they reported their highest record number, 1 day record, which was crazy, and they going into a much stronger lockdown than what they've been on. So it's definitely uh it's crazy. Matter of fact, I think here in Dallas County, uh I appreciate it there. Think here in Dallas County, I was looking at the news, which they're kind of flow reporting, but I think Dallas County had like 1,800 yesterday or something. Um, so the numbers are crazy, and it's gonna get worse. It's gonna get worse because people are gonna want to continue to go out and do their thing, but unfortunately, we have to be smart about it. So, so, but other than that, I don't even know if I can shut the show down because this thing is froze. So, other than that, I will, uh, good Lord, say the same. Be here tomorrow, 8 p.m. Central Time. Welcome to the show, Lock Cries. Joining on Instagram. Unfortunately, we finna get off. But I see you coming up all the time. So always it's a good thing to have you coming on. You could join us on YouTube and be a part of the show. You can actually live chat with us and be a part of it. So uh, other than that, I appreciate everyone for watching, for tuning in, and giving me this space and being able to chat with y'all. So until tomorrow night, I love each and every one of you. Until then, peace. Control J. See, this thing won't even shut down. So I don't know. Hold on.